Hello, welcome to day 28, right? Yeah, 28. That's awesome. How am I feeling today? It was rough. Last night was really rough. I would say that I had more difficulty last night with maintaining my motivation and my desire to keep fasting last night than probably at any other point in the fast. I really had to work to remember the reasons that I wanted to fast and stick with it and see it through. Uh, as to why I'm feeling that way, why it's been so hard, this last healing event was difficult. And as I've talked, I've been really hoping for this entire fast that I would get to the point that I could plateau and feel awesome. And instead, 5 days ago, after feeling okay, I entered a healing event that was really rough. So yesterday, physically, I felt all right. My energy level was shallow. Kind of a rough night. It was a good night's sleep, but kind of long. So really, it's emotional. I'm kind of tired of it. I made dinner tonight, and up until now, food envy has not been an issue. I like the idea of eating what I've made and watching my family eat. It'd be nice, but I can deal with it. But I made a really well-seasoned chicken and carrots and potatoes and a really nice salad tonight. I wanted that. No way around it. My body is not showing any hunger, but the food envy was real, and there was no like pushing it off to the side or no issues of a food triad or anything like that. So that's an issue. So what I'm dealing with right now at day 28 is a real emotional lack of patience, I think, is really where it's at. I was reading in the Book of Mormon today, been reading a lot lately, and surely not by coincidence, I went through a section in the Book of Alma that talks a lot about, over and over again, about patience and the importance of patience. And it was no doubt that was clearly intended for me at this time. So I'm focusing on that, being patient. And yeah, this is difficult, but it's worth it. My body feels so difficult because it's healing and it's improving my brain. I feel, and this is just a gut feeling, like the lion's share of the healing and regeneration that needs to happen is done. I also feel like whatever's left right now, it feels kind of like finishing details, but I don't feel like I'm done. I don't know if that means that I have to go all the way to day 40 or 50 or tomorrow. I really don't. All I can tell is that I'm close compared to how far I've come, and I'm going to stick it out until I feel I'm done. And I'm not going to let a lack of patience or a lack of willingness to see it through mess that up. I have studied the 12-step book from Alcoholics Anonymous. I've never actually drank anything in my life, but it's a really powerful book with a lot of really great information in it. And one of the things I've learned from that is the concept of inner circle, middle circle behaviors. Inner circles for an alcoholic is going to be drinking or the acting out behavior. Middle circle is going to be the things that lead you to it, like going to a bar or being around such things. So it just came to me today. I've known that for a long time, and I've never actually sketched it out because I'm not an alcoholic. But I realized that my addiction to food is an addiction. And I already have done some reading on how addictions work, a lot of reading on how addictions work, actually. Trying to understand how my brain is working with this and how to fix it. Coca-Cola is one of my favorites. I like donuts. There are a few, like, not candy bars, but like granola bars that really are just candy bars. There are some kinds of cakes that I like, it's kind of rare, but those I realized are straight up highly processed foods. Those are inner circle behaviors for me. Those are the things that, if you're an alcoholic, that's equivalent to beer. You just don't do that. And I have spent a month of really hard work, resetting my brain and setting myself up for success so that when I come off of this fast, I have an awesome relationship with food. Nothing more. That's the most important thing for me physically on this. I mean, that's everything. How could I possibly screw that up? Because I'll lose everything I've accomplished. And this month was hard work. I'm not done doing it. So I realized that when I go back to eating, that no, donuts, Coca-Cola and such, they're not like, oh, I'm on vacation, I'll just go ahead and have them. No, those are inner circle. That's vodka for an alcoholic. For the rest of my life, those are inner circle behaviors. If I indulge in those, if I go back to soda and that kind of garbage, I'm going to reactivate those pathways in my brain. Yes, I have rewired away from them. I can tell. I don't go there automatically anymore. It's huge and it's encouraging. But if I go back to Coca-Cola, soda, and donuts, fritters, oh my gosh, that's going to be hard. Well, I might as well just welcome those pathways right back into place. And then I could easily be looking at another month of fasting excitement, which as awesome as this has been, I hope it's a while until I do this again. So I have acknowledged that in myself, that those are inner circle. When I'm done, there's no halfways, there's no in-betweens. Highly processed foods, highly palatable foods, fake foods that are just straight up poison, they're done. I realize as I'm talking that I'm thinking and I'm speaking as though the end of my fast is imminent. Maybe that is, maybe it isn't. I don't know. I'm going to listen to my body on that. But speaking from a sustainability standpoint, I've really been given some thought as to how to end it. Decided that my first meals afterwards are going to be a fresh avocado, because those are mostly fat, so my body's already adapted to eating it. High in phosphorus, high in magnesium, high in potassium, more than almost anything else. A great way to start recharging those minerals that I have clearly depleted by fasting, even though I've been supplementing and such. And I'm looking forward to, I'm not so much of a bone broth guy, but give me a really good stock, something very similar, and I'll be happy. I can go with that. So I'll start with that. I read some testimonials, experiences of guys who have done long-term fast. And they mentioned that, like we've talked about, breaking the fast is the most important part. If you can't break it right, then the entire fast is almost meaningless, because you will redo all the damage. And you forfeit all the blessings and all the awesomeness of the fast. So come on, stick with it. And one of the things that guy said that kind of put it in perspective was that in the first week of the fast, after breaking it, he had about 3,000 to 5,000 calories in the first 7 days. So a lot of fruits, a lot of broths, a lot of nutrition, but he really, really slowly added it in. Didn't give himself any chance to resume old destructive eating behaviors. No chances to binge, no chances to mess it all up, right? So that's one thing I'm looking for. Make sure I got a lot of avocado broths and light soups. The right kind of fruits that don't have any kind of glycemic impact. And make sure I'm ready for that. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It might be 10 days away still, but fine. I'm looking forward to it just fine. I'm not going to ignore that at all. Last thing for today, sustainability. Patience. If my body needs another 10 days, breathe. I can do this. I will hold it out for 10 more days. My next goal, my intermediate goal, is 30 days, and that is 29 hours away. So, not very far. I can do that. Do I think I'm going to go further? I think I will, actually. But I'm just focusing on patience. I'm focusing on looking for signs of impatience, selfishness. Oh, poor me. I wish I had lots of food, and I wish that things were easier, and I wish that life was just a piece of cake, and I had all the energy in the world. And ouch, this healing process, even though it's so amazingly awesome, it's so difficult. Yeah, it's all about me. It's all being selfish. It's destructive in nature. I'm not getting my way. Or I can be patient and say, yeah, this is not fun. This is a real bummer sometimes. And I feel emotionally overwhelmed and my body doesn't feel well and my energy level is shot. And all of that because I'm healing and I'm building a body that is as awesome as it can possibly be. Sounds like a good trade-off to me. Gotta say that. But am I too impatient to pay the price for that? That's the question. So I'm being very mindful of patience, impatience, and I'm really going to be working that for the next couple of days, because if I don't, I'm not going to continue. So that's where I'm at. If you're fasting, keep it up. Listen to your body, as will I, and see how many more videos like this are coming up.